Hello.
Hello.
In this week's video, we're going to talk about who keeps texting me at 3:30 in the morning.
Yes, welcome to Vantastic Adventures Arguments.
You've all been there, you get a text, 3:30 in the middle of the night, on your phone, panic sets in.
Who is it? Secret woman?
No, worse. It's the Campervan. So, I got a text, 3:30 in the morning the other day. The van had sent me a text. The van is very clever. It's got a system in it, my auto trail, and it's set up to send alerts to you when the temperature drops below a certain level. And it also notifies you've got water in your tanks, because obviously it could freeze and cause massive damage to your motorhome.
So if it's texting you, it's because there's a problem.
It texts you because there's a problem, yeah.
It's not just going, hi Ian, Campervan's still outside on the drive.
No, it's texting you to say there's a frost alert. I'll put it on the screen so you can see exactly what it shows. But it's really useful. But obviously that causes us a problem, because sometimes I work away, Caroline's here and I'm away, and normally it's me that winterises the van and prepares it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if I'm not here, what do? So we thought today I would test it by sending Caroline a series of texts that she's going to try and follow as though I was away, to see if she can prepare the van for winter and winterise it.
And we all know how much I love taking instructions from Ian, so let's see how this goes.
Yeah, we'll see how we get on. So actually today in the paper, in the newspaper or online, I think it was the Express, they had an article about what happens if water freezes in your pipes. It can cause damage to obviously your heating system, your pipes and water, etc. So, and it sort of advises people to make sure their vans are ready for winter, isn't it?
Yeah.
We plan to use the van throughout winter this year. We're going to try and use it. Well, last year we couldn't because of lockdown, but we're going to try and use it. But we thought Caroline would need to know how to prepare it in case I am away and the van's set up for winter. I normally track the weather, but if it's going to drop below freezing, then we need to know how to do it, don't we?
Yeah, apparently we do.
Right, let's give it a go, come on.
Okay, and not at 3:30 in the morning then.
Ready for your first text?
Yep.
So we've got signal. I like how you've dressed for the occasion with your gilet on. Your workman gilet.
Yes, come equipped. I got a text. Step 1, open the taps in the bathroom and kitchen sink.
Okay, I will follow you.
Let's go to the kitchen sink
Kitchen
first.
sink first,
Now,
cool.
I don't need to move the tap up, do I?
I would, just to be on the safe side. I'm glad I'm here. Not like vertical, but yeah, that's fine.
Like that? Yeah?
Yep. Turn the tap on. Is it up?
It's up, isn't it?
Yep, perfect.
Yeah, that's
Well done.
Somebody's kindly put the light on already. Tap is up.
Excellent, thank you. You don't want to close the sink now, do you?
No.
No. That one's running behind me.
You can hear
You
it.
can hear it 'cause it's got
You
starting
can
to
hear
release.
this. You can hear this one sort of gurgling.
Good. And
The shower.
Yes. Very good. You might want to move the shower off the floor as my water might come out of it. You've got
Well, where am I putting it then?
up on the shower mount, not on the floor. On the shower mat.
Is this just some kind of way to get cheap laughs on a video that you're going
No.
to switch the shower on and I'm in it?
Hardly. That's fine. You don't turn it on. It's
Well,
fine.
it should, oh no, because it doesn't. Nothing happens unless you do that one, does it?
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah. Okay. Put
To test it,
no,
shall we?
Put it in
Shall
the
we?
sink. Put it in the sink. Okay, good. That's released. That's fine. It's on. You can unscrew it actually. It just unscrews from the thing.
It's really heavy, that isn't it?
It is. Yeah. So put it back on down. Don't put it in the sink. Either put it up on the floor. That's it.
You'll put it up there.
Okay. Lovely. Next part. Next one on its way. Step 2. It's gone. Does it beep?
No.
No.
Open both drain and fresh water taps on the off side of the van.
She's looking at her watch. Sorry.
Hold tap with one hand and twist anti-clockwise to open. Water will come out. Keep taps open until it's finished. Okie dokie.
Okay, let's go around to the offside of the van.
I always get confused with the near side and the offside. I don't know why I can't just call it passenger and driver's side, but I know the taps are on that side.
Okay,
so I'm going that way.
Let's go. So you found the taps then?
Here I am at the offside of the van.
Okay.
I always feel like I'm going to twist the whole thing right off.
That's why it says hold the tap with one hand and twist with the other.
Hold the tap.
That's it.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
I said anti-clockwise, but keep going.
All the way?
Yeah, you might want to hold the tap like you were doing.
To turn it to
Yeah.
what?
That's it, then it comes out faster.
Oh gosh, yes, look at that.
And the other one? That one should be empty. Let's go a little bit in, is it? Fine. Well done. Excellent. That took a long time, didn't it?
It did, took ages. Why did it take so long?
The tank had 50% left in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Ready for the next one?
Yep.
Okay, it's coming. Sent. More geese.
Yeah, loads more geese.
Oh yeah? While you're looking for the text message, I'll film the geese.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I filmed the geese.
There's loads more coming over. There's like the 5th wave of geese coming over. It's fascinating to watch. Every morning they go that way and then every night they fly back. Anyway, as we were. Open the boiler drain valve located in the offside rear hatch in the barn door. It's a small yellow lever. Lift it up. Water will drain from the boiler. Okay. Knock,
Okay,
knock.
found it?
The little yellow thing.
Let's have a look. Is it in there?
There's a little yellow lever on a blue pipe.
Cool.
And that's the water draining out the boiler.
What?
So is that the water draining out the boiler?
Correct. Well done.
Come on, it's freezing.
Okay, so that was pretty good to be fair. That's pretty much it done. We've drained the water down. We've emptied the boiler. There's a few more things to winterize it, but we're going to carry on using it, so we'll show them in a second. So there's one more thing to do now to get the water out of it. So text message sent.
Drive the van round the block to shake out the water line in the pipes. Are you going to let me drive the van round the block? I think for the purposes of Ian's health and his nerves, you just have to imagine that.
We'll show it separately. Somebody else driving the van. Very good. Next. So genuinely, without sounding patronising, that was a really good job. I'm impressed.
Thanks.
You definitely prepare the van if we need to in an emergency. So basically, if the van sends a text to say it's freezing and I'm not here, Caroline can run outside at 4 in the morning and get the water out the van.
That'll be just as well that you're not here then, won't it?
But no, in reality, we'd obviously prepare the van before the water comes. It can be very dangerous, so making sure it's ready for winter. The other things to do are to put the fridge covers back on, the vents on the outside.
Yes, the outside fridge vents.
Yeah, so that's the next step, step 5.
What's the benefit of putting those on?
Well, first of all, it helps the fridge work at the right temperature if you're using it still. When it's too cold outside, the fridge needs heat actually to make the fridge cold.
Okay.
That's why it runs on gas and electric. So the fridge vents stop it getting too cold.
Okay.
Which sounds daft, but the technology bit needs heat to make it work. And also stops bugs and things getting crawling into your van and hiding inside the van, so it just helps protect the fridge vents also on the outside.
Okay.
And then also the other thing we need to do, which we'll do now as well because we don't use them, is take everything out of the van. So make sure you've got no food or water in the van whatsoever, because rodents and little things and creatures like to come into your van when it's winter and cold.
Yeah.
So we take everything out. Yeah. we take everything out of the van, literally all the stuff out of the van when we're not using it, and we keep it inside, so there's nothing in the van at all. And then we'll move on to the last point. So let's take the food boxes and stuff out of the van now while we're doing it.
Okay.
What else we got?
Just check the cupboards. We've probably got some water under this seat.
Good idea. We'll
some
move that.
drinks.
Just 1 second. Okay, so we've taken all the water out of the van now. That's what it should look like, and we'll leave that there. And we're actually going to leave that open because that's the next part we're going to move on to. Now we've taken everything out of the van. The next part, is ventilation.
Okay.
Making sure we've got plenty of ventilation in the van, making sure there's plenty of airflow to run around the van.
Okay, so leaving things like the bathroom door open.
Correct, yeah, leaving the bathroom door open, so leave that open so it's ajar. And also things like the fridge. So the fridge is down there. Generally people leave the fridge open anyway, but it's also useful. And this has actually got a travel lock to stop it opening, which is just located on the inside of the door down there. That stops it locking shut, sorry. And then the same thing with the rear cushions as well.
Okay.
So generally what I do is lift them off. You can take them inside if you wanted to, but just lift them up.
Stuff inside.
And then just stand them up. I usually stand them up in the middle of the van.
Okay.
So they're stood up,
Yeah.
so they can breathe. So they stand up in the centre aisle. Lift it up in the centre aisle. That's it, lift it up vertical. That's it. Stand on its end, vertical. That's it. And then there's plenty, same with the other one, from the other side. That's it. You just lean against there, perfect. That's it. And then the same with the back ones, you move the back one away from the wall, so there's just plenty of room for air to flow around the van. That's generally what we do to make sure the van's winterised. Anything else?
No.
Good. Okay, so I hope you found that video useful. Basically that's us now set for any sharp drops in temperature.
But probably we're just going to put it all back to normal and go away in it now.
We are, yeah. This is obviously just to show you what to do, and also Caroline needs to work it out because we're hopefully going to use it before it gets too cold. It did go down to a little bit cold last week, but not this week. It's not forecast to be. So we'll put a summary of what we did at the end just so you can see it. But for us, that's pretty much it. Drain the water down, drain the boiler down. Make sure you then take it for a drive, shake all the water out. Put the fridge vents back on. And then also
Close your outside taps.
Close your outside taps, yeah, once you've done that. And then obviously take all your food, take all your drink out of the van, make sure it's empty of your stuff, there's no little beasties and monsters can get inside, mice, etc. And then make sure that you've got everything open, so you move your cushions away from the walls and open it up so you've got plenty of air circulation in the van as well.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to make sure your batteries are topped up, as we said. So you've got a solar panel. This van's fitted with a solar panel, so it's got a switch in the cupboard. You can turn between vehicle battery and leisure battery, so we change it over every week. You just monitor the batteries on the panel. It tells you how much charge they've got in them. Occasionally, if I think it's dropped too much, we'll plug it into the mains and give it a boost overnight to charge it up.
And if you're not going to use it, what about declaring it sawn?
Yes, very good point actually. Yeah, the other thing, if you're not going to use it for 3 or 4 months, like last year during lockdown, we actually made our van sawn. Just bear in mind, if it's sawn, you have to make sure the vehicle's off-road and private property, and make sure you tell your insurance, obviously, where it's kept. But you can, if it's sawn, you get your tax back. So if you're not going to use a van for 3 or 4 months, it's a really good way to save some money. And obviously, just making sure your van's started, turned over. If you're able to move it, keep the brakes, just drive it backwards and forwards, free the brakes off. It stops it sticking up, and makes it much easier when you come back to summer to use it again.
Yeah.
Anything else?
How about the clocks?
Don't forget, yeah, clocks have gone back as well, so make sure you change the clocks in your campervans, on your heating system, etc. But also in the Ducato bit, the front bit of your van as well. If you've got a Ducato, we actually did a video on that earlier this year. You'll find it in a playlist on how to do, so you can watch that if you want to find out how to change the clock in your Ducato, because it's very tricky in the menu section. That's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
that's it.
Hope you enjoyed the video. Well, hopefully next week we've got another video coming out next Friday, so keep watching, and thanks very much for watching our videos, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Bye.